All right, so I'm trying to remember where we left off when Brett was with us last time. What was going on? Do you remember,
We
Brett?
were we were like about to go into the hole. Well, we weren't decided if we were going to go into the hole or not.
That
But it was the whole thing had burned down, and we
Yeah.
like in the fight, and we killed everyone basically on accident. And then we decided not to fight the elemental for obvious reasons. And then we found a hole, and we were deciding whether or not we should venture. That was it. I think.
So we went into that hole,
Perfect.
and some stuff happened, and we had to leave that hole.
Yep.
It turns out that was not a good hole.
It was not a good hole.
Perfect.
a lot of hellhounds in there, and the party just wasn't ready to face them yet. So they finally decided they were going to run and fight. Maybe come back another day. We'll see. Then you went back to town for a while.
We just go back to town every time we fail.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Just gonna take a long rest in town.
You talked, and somehow or another you decided. I can't remember what happened in town, but somehow or another you all decided that you were going to go to. Well, you headed. First you were going to go. You started searching down the road,
Mm-hmm.
and you ran into some religious pilgrims. And somehow or another, you got to a point where you could see this big spire with some birds circling around it. That down in the Desserin Valley, and you decided to go check that out. I can't remember exactly the sequence of events that got you to that point, but you felt like this was probably the place where those people that were on birds that attacked you early on were located to begin with, and that's part of what drew you here. And so you arrived, and you sent Sugarcane in wasp form to try and figure out what was going on. And do you remember what you saw when you got inside? Or did you get inside? You just flew around, right?
I just flew around it, but I remember seeing like little dens where large birds have been kept and some guards roaming around the building. I think that's what I saw.
And this building has a drawbridge that is up right now, but if it's down, it's going to meet you about right here. And you all have been kind of hiding. You haven't made your presence known yet. So even though you're seen on the map, you're not close yet to the entrance. And I think Sugarcane was trying to explain without talking what she had seen, and I think that was pretty much where we left off.
Yes. Yeah, I think
Loki was interpreting as best he could her various buzzings and gesturings,
which was not very good at all.
I'm not good at bee charades.
Mm-mm. It doesn't work. They don't have hands. They can't really gesticulate.
It's just kind of thrashing around, I guess. I don't know.
Am I supposed to see a map right now, or just a giant black black?
Yeah, scroll down.
It's a really small area that we're in.
Yeah, there's a very small area that's visible on the map about right there.
Oh,
yeah,
got it. Oh, here we go. Okay, we good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went into town for a while. I think we talked up some of the townsfolk. We went back to the stones, and we had a conversation there because we saw that the stones had moved again. And they were in this sort of orientation where it was like the fire stone was sort of facing off against the other elemental symbols that we saw. And then I started asking around town about Yorick and Magda, and then we decided to go check on them, and that's where we saw that their farm had been attacked, or there was evidence that someone had been attacked by large birds. And so then we went looking for the large birds, and that's how we ended up at the spire.
Mm.
Yeah. And so here we are. And interestingly enough, when we left off last time, it was A, because we were just kind of out of time, and B, because we were like, well, it's a giant spire thing full of birds that we know are hostile, and probably people that are hostile. Maybe we should wait for the rest of the party. And we had 3 people then, and we have 3 people now.
Cool.
So,
Perfect.
take that for what it's worth. How tall is this tower, Matt?
It looks to go up at least 3 levels, and these are high. Like every set of windows seems to be almost like 20 feet. So from ground level, it probably goes up to the top level of this tower. It probably goes up 55 or 60 feet. And then there's a pinnacle, just kind of this large kind of cone steeple looking thing that reaches up even further into the sky. Maybe 70, 80 feet. So this thing just towers above you here.
Cool. Is the door? I see a door in front of us on the map. Is it closed or open?
The door is closed and the drawbridge is up.
Oh, the drawbridge is up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, you can see from where you're at, I assume you're still trying to hide a little bit further back down the path from where we see, but you can see that there is a bell beside the drawbridge. Like there's a bell at the ledge right where the drawbridge would lower itself.
Okay. What kind of ground cover is out in front of this thing? Are we talking like bushes, trees?
It's all open ground as you approach it. Like,
oh boy,
there's no way to walk up to that ledge and not
without
be
someone
seen.
seeing. Yeah.
Unless you're invisible or something.
Okay. Let me check my spell book for invisibility. No, it's not there. Okay. Yeah, so that's not an option. I don't know, guys. What do you think? You want to try to go inside? Sugar cane bee?
You got to unmute when you want to talk.
So you're...
There we go. I'm sorry, I was eating chips and I didn't want to make you guys like listen to me eating chips.
Yeah, thank you for that.
But I have invisibility, so I could...
Do you really?
Yeah. Remember how invisible and I set the tree on fire?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that now.
It is one of my spell slots, and I've already used one of them to become a bee. Actually, no, I haven't.
No, that's not.
I just have a limited number of times I can.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So I haven't used any spell slots. So I could just become sugarcane again and go invisible and kind of go around and see what I can see inside.
Yeah, I don't know how you would get inside though. I mean, maybe you could in bee form like try to find a way to get inside through one of the windows and then go invisible once you get inside.
A bee is not a silent creature at any given instant. I feel like a stealth roll would not end in my favor.
No, especially not a giant wasp.
Its wings are going to make some noise.
Can she like stop flying and like cling to a wall and like just walk around?
Oh,
a wasp can do that. So yes,
maybe you could sneak in that way. I say to sugarcane with my telepathy.
I can still understand.
That's true. You can still understand what I'm saying.
You just can't understand me. Yeah. I think that works. Yeah, I'll do that. Are you good with that, Brett?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right, sweet. This is going to become another one of the I want to call it an episode, I guess, games where it's just Sugarcane going around places doing recon and then coming back. And nobody else does anything.
Somehow you have become the designated scout of the group. With your ability to turn into things.
Exactly. Sugarcane's like, God, I wish I was not the only one with invisibility. Anyway, but yeah, sure. I'll go fly around, see if I can find a place to be.
Okay.
Bee.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I guess she's not a bee; she's a wasp, and wasps are worse. They don't even make money. They're just.
All right.
What are you talking about?
I'm kind of slowly revealing what you're kind of seeing as you go around the tower.
What spelled that?
Oh, disappeared.
There's not really a good way to reveal in circles, reveal stuff. So, and this is kind of a circle of what you can see on the outside.
Right.
But you're getting the idea already. There's a series of windows that you can see that, and they're all similar. You're looking at what the windows that are on the ground level right now, but as you go up to other levels, and it appears that there's 1, 2, 3 that go up above this. There's another 3 sets of window. Well, yeah. There's a second and a third set of windows, and then there's something that's kind of open air that's on the top. So there's a second and third floor. But they also have windows similar to what you're seeing on the first floor right here.
Okay. I feel like it's a bit of a bad idea to go in on the first floor, because if it's the first floor next to the doors, then I would assume there's a lot of security there, right? So maybe, can I see through the windows?
Yeah, you can kind of see in the windows.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get to the side of the building and start climbing up.
Okay. Which window do you want to look in first?
This one.
All right. So inside this window, you see what looks like some kind of an armory. There's some weapons, some helmets, some shields, longbows. Not any creatures that you can see, and you can pretty much see the entire room. But through the window, that's what you can see within that room.
Okay. Well, and there's a door I can see?
Yeah, and there's a door that leads out of the room. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look through this window next. Just kind of shimmy my way over there.
Okay.
Cha-cha.
Through this window, you are able to see a lot of bunk beds. So you actually see 4 bunk beds, bottom and top. And that's pretty much all that's in there. Again, you don't see any creatures that are in there.
Right, okay. There's some sort of like Hunger Games summer camp? Bunk beds? Alright, I'll look through this window then.
Alright. So as you start to glance through this window, you catch the edge of someone who is wearing a cape that looks very similar to the people that attacked you back up on the or earlier on in the game. He looks very much like he's wearing the same sort of, you wouldn't really call it a uniform, but it's the same style of clothing. Okay. And he seems to be kind of working on kind of tending some kind of plants in a solarium or something.
Do I recognize the plants?
No, there's nothing remarkable about them. They're pretty just common plants.
Okay.
Probably
Alright.
they're not going to generate seeds that create trees that go around and kill people. You're guessing. You're guessing it's not that kind of solarium.
I was about to say. Alright, I guess I'm just going to keep looking through these windows until I can get a good view of everything. So, next window, I suppose.
Yeah, so you go ahead and make a stealth roll. And you're going to use the dexterity of the wasp.
Okay.
For this one. Yeah, so you manage to kind of, as you creep along the wall, gaze in around corners and things in ways where nobody spots you. It might not necessarily be that serious a thing if they did, because it's just a insect, albeit a giant one, buzzing around the outside. But as you get a better view of this solarium, what you can make of it is that there's like two more of these people wearing these clothes that are in there, and there's one other person that looks like he's got a bag and he's got this long hair, and he just looks like he's probably a spellcaster. And they're all just working away, tending the plants, pruning them, watering them, just working in this room.
Okay. I guess I'll move to this window next.
Okay.
So, people, one of them looks like a spellcaster, are working on plants. Is that a kitchen?
It's a kitchen. And in here you can see there's this, in addition to there being some sacks that are heaped on the wall, and there's some vegetables on the table, there's this cauldron that's in the middle of the room, and there's 3 or 4 again, people that with a similar attire kind of standing around it, almost kind of whiffing at the steam that's coming out of the cauldron.
Whiffing, like smelling?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. I thought you said whipping, and it's like, I don't know how that works. Okay. So, these 2 rooms had no people.
No, those 2 did not.
Okay, in that case, I am going to go into the room with all the weapons.
Okay, there's a window there.
Yeah. Can I crawl through the window? Like, open it with my little... like that? Is it like one of those windows?
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check. Again, using the wasp.
Right. Let's get strength.
All right, so this is a little difficult, but you managed to kind of get it open from the outside and to squeeze through and to land on the floor in the armory. Still in wasp form.
Okay, I come
so you're like
out
in there now.
All right, perfect. I come out of wasp form.
Okay.
And go back to sugarcane form.
Okay. All right, let's get sugarcane back out there.
And I look around and see what's going on in here.
All right.
What's going on?
You can see all kinds of weapons: long swords, long bows, scale mail, quivers, helmets, shields. It's just where they store their weaponry.
Is there anything super good in there that I might find useful?
None of it looks. I mean, it's all has some value, although carting it back to town may be impractical. Carting all of it back to town.
Oh no!
But it's none of it is like appears to be magical or particularly powerful or anything like that. It's typical of what you would see towns, guards in towns, and lower level soldiers, those kinds of things use. Just ordinary weapons.
Is there anything in there that I could take that I would be able to use with Shillelagh? Because at the moment, I actually don't have any kind of weapon that I can use with Shillelagh.
Yeah, I forget what Shillelagh does, but
Here,
you can pick up a longsword if you want.
She needs a wooden weapon of some kind, so like a club or a quarterstaff.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't see any wooden weapons in there.
Oh, okay, that's fine. All right, I'll just sadly turn invisible.
Sadly.
Yeah.
Sadly fade away.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you've used one of your level 1 spell slots, I'm assuming, here.
Level 2 spell slots.
That's level 2 spell slot, okay. And so what next?
So now I'm going to... is this door locked?
You want to open the door?
What kind of a door is it?
It's a door. It's a wooden door. It has a door handle on it.
That doesn't help me.
I can't. I don't know. Beyond that,
this is the most epic description of a door.
Yeah. There's nothing. There's nothing remarkable about it. It's a wooden door.
Okay.
It was a knob.
I just kind of.
It's a very dory knob.
Slowly turn the knob.
I feel like you've seen this door at Home Depot before.
The door looked familiar, as did the knob. Somehow you knew subconsciously what you would do to pass through.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. So I'll just slowly like turn the knob with like both hands so it's super slow.
Does it take you like 10 minutes to turn the knob?
All right, so it does turn. The door is not locked. Doesn't appear to have a bolt or anything. You could push it open if you wanted to.
I'll kind of make like a whooshing sound as I open it, like so people win.
Why?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then so if there is anybody in this little
All right,
area,
so
then
do you have anything like minor illusion or anything? Are you trying to do this magically or just...
no, I'm just making
I think she's just trying to perform it. She's trying to like throw her voice or something.
Okay. So you're going to make a performance check, which uses charisma if you don't have...
There's no way this could go horribly wrong.
My charisma's okay. It's alright. Performance, you said?
Yeah.
I've never made a performance check ever.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not terrible. I mean...
All right. So you are opening the door. All right. So when you open it... what you see inside is there's a woman that's kind of wearing knight's clothing, and then you see two others that appear to be kind of lower level functionaries that are kind of standing in this room with her. And they all sort, as the door opens, they all their heads just kind of all at once turn over to watch as this door opens itself. And the woman that's standing by the door just kind of looks suspiciously, trying to figure out what's going on here. And she starts walking toward the door, kind of coming towards you.
How much of the door is open?
It's you said you were opening it, so the door is open now.
It is open.
I kind of slink my way through and past her and move all the way over here. Just like huddle in the corner like I'm not here.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
Oh, come on! That's my worst roll!
Here we go!
No.
We should have had a
have advantage on this because I'm so small. Like I could, like I'm moving through their to their legs.
Between their legs?
As big as they are, so I'd have an advantage because I'm smaller.
All right, I'll give you advantage on the check.
Yeah, that's how you do it, boys.
Helps when your dad is the DM.
Oh,
Thank God for that.
Oh my gosh.
Thank God for advantage.
All right, so they all kind of stand around the door. They're still looking at the door. They cannot figure out what is going on. And now you're kind of in the main room, and you can see that there's some kind of lever that's over here by this wall that would appear to pull down the drawbridge.
Are they inside the room, or are they still in the room that I'm in?
That they're all in the same room as you. Yes.
How distracted are they?
Right now, they're trying to figure out what happened to cause the door to come open.
Okay. I'm gonna pull down the drawbridge. Let's see what happens.
Oh my God.
What else am I supposed to do?
All right, so
Yes.
Sugarcane walks over to the other side, pulls the thing, and the drawbridge starts going down, and they turn around, and they look at each other like, who did that? What is that? And now this lady here is getting really suspicious.
Oh boy.
And
So the drawbridge is coming down.
the
as we're
drawbridge,
outside?
so outside, you're now seeing the drawbridge coming down.
Okay. I am going to cast disguise self on myself, as opposed to someone else.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
And I
Please.
I want to take on the appearance of one of the white cloaked persons that we saw riding on the giant birds a
Okay.
couple sessions back. The ones
Okay.
that attacked us.
Okay.
I don't have any way to disguise myself, so I'm just gonna put that hooded thing over me. The hooded lantern or whatever it was.
Okay. So Ekron's got some kind of hood, and he's gonna. Are you gonna start walking toward the drawbridge?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk right up to the edge and just sort of wait for it to finish descending, and then when it descends, I'm gonna walk across towards the doors,
All right.
like I belong there, like I mean business.
So you can
I'm gonna kind of follow him. It looks like a.
you can see they're all kind of walking out, kind of watching you approach. And she kind of calls out to Beloki as he starts getting closer, and she says, "Did you do something to make the drawbridge open?"
I'm just gonna say, I rang the bell. I thought you opened it.
She says, "I didn't open it. We don't know how it opened."
Maybe there's something wrong with the mechanism. We need to take a look at that.
Why? What? Who are you? She says.
I had a bird that I think flew into your tower.
I'm gonna nod. I'm gonna
Bird
nod.
strike.
behind.
Okay. Go ahead and make a deception check.
Okay. That wasn't a very good deception.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, we've had all kinds of problems with that lately. These hippogriffs, these newer model hippogriffs just don't know how to fly in a straight line. They fall down into the valley. It's the biggest problem.
It just, yeah, like we're going towards the ground. I thought we were going in for a landing, and the thing just dropped me there and then took off.
She kind of motions at you. Come on in. Come on in.
Okay. And I'll motion towards Ekron to follow me.
And I will follow.
And just
For sure.
act like he belongs with me.
All right, so
Yeah,
what's
I'm just-
Sugarcane doing in the meantime? You're on mute. You're muted.
You're muted, Becca.
Okay, I've been
You're invisible. That doesn't mean that we can't hear you.
Yes.
I've been over here, and I've prayed as I scooted along this side of the wall that Blokey wouldn't screw anything up. And then I was in that corner.
Okay. All right. So, what next?
So they've opened up the doors?
Yes, they have.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk in, and just say as I pass, thanks for that, and just walk past and head. Is there a door over here behind Sugarcane?
Yes, there is.
Or is that there is? Okay,
Yes.
and I'm gonna head just into the kitchen, not knowing that it's the kitchen.
Okay.
So I head into a room.
All right, so in the kitchen, sure enough, as soon as you open it up, you've still got these people that look like some kind of students or disciples or lower functionaries, and they're all standing around this cauldron as you walk in.
Huh. Okay. I just ignore them and look around on the tables. What's on the tables, like over here and over there?
Sure, okay. On the tables, you are able to see, I mean, there's some vegetables, there's some loaves of bread that are sitting up on shelves, there's something boiling in the cauldron, there's a few, like, kitchen goods, knives, not very good knives, a few plates, cups, some things like that lying around.
Okay. I'm just gonna grab, like, some random vegetable or cucumber or something and just start gnawing on it. Like, oh god, I'm starving, just acting like I haven't eaten anything in a while.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm gonna head casually back out into this area.
Okay.
And I'll say to the girl who let me in, did you see any hippogriffs or anything fly into the tower recently? Any that came back without a rider?
Well, she says, seems like it happens every other day now, but no, nothing today.
Oh boy. And I'm gonna say, well, I guess I better head up to the roost and see what's going on, see if they saw anything.
All right, she says, all righty then, you go ahead.
Wait,
Okay.
how did he get into the kitchen?
He walked through the door. It's you're kind of covering it up right now, but there's a door.
There isn't a door.
Oh no, there's not.
Oh, there's no door.
There's no door.
Okay.
Oh, I thought there was a door going in there.
That's what I was thinking, but then I realized, wait, there's a table here. So they probably with the table there.
Yeah,
All right,
that'd be difficult.
so you would have had to go there this way. You kind of would have walked through this door and then gone through a central area and then in there and then come back around.
Yeah. Okay. I just kind of wanted to see what was in that room.
Yeah.
When he did that, what I was planning on doing, because I thought he had done like that little like go through these doors and then go through this one.
Right.
I came into this room,
Okay.
and now I'm kind of chilling in there.
Still invisible.
Yeah, still invisible.
Okay.
I can stay invisible for
Okay. Well,
up
I'm
to
gonna
1
like.
hour.
Yeah, my disguise lasts for up to an hour, so that's good. I'll just turn to Ekron and say, well, I guess we better go see if we can find another ride or something, and I'll head towards the central staircase through those double doors.
Okay. So
He's gonna nod and follow.
Yeah. So there's a central staircase. It goes down and it goes up.
Okay. So I'll walk in here, and once the door closes, I kind of look around and say, Sugarcane, are you here? Is anyone here?
I just go, yes, I'm here. Don't look at me. Don't look at my door. Look at somewhere.
Okay.
I wouldn't know where to look. Okay, that should be easy. I'll start walking up to the next level and see what's up there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow right behind him.
All right. So
I'll go up there with them as well. follow it.
As I'm walking, I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why that worked.
Right, so
I'm just as surprised as you are.
there's kind of a landing at this next level. And then it also continues on up further from here, but there's a landing with a couple of doors that lead out from the central stairwell.
Okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah, let me move. You're up here now.
Yeah.
Right here.
Okay. And it goes up even further.
Yes.
I'm actually going to continue to go up and see if I can find like maybe an actual place at the top of this thing where birds might fly in.
Okay. So now you keep moving upward on the map as well, and you get to another landing, and this landing has it has 4 doors going out in different directions.
Okay. Does the staircase continue going up, or?
It does continue to go up from here.
Oh man, at this point I'm like a little winded.
Little dwarf legs.
Yeah. There's. It looks like human legs because I can grow like a foot taller, but they are actually still dwarf legs. Actually, I'm gonna just peek through like this door.
Okay.
Just open it up a little bit and kind of peek inside.
Okay. So when you open it up, what you see a bed, and then a little closet that's kind of off by the window. Let me actually show it to you as you're looking at it.
Okay.
Bed, and then a little closet that's off by a window right there, and then there's a chest right here.
Oh snap!
And then there's a desk right here. You do not see anyone in there right now.
Okay, I walk in.
Okay. Yeah, and as you walk in, you can kind of see there's a little bit of a divider, but then a very similarly apportioned room that is kind of just on the other side of the divider. Chest, bed. I mean, it looks almost like just very. Everything is furnished. They're both furnished exactly the same way.
Okay, kind of like a dormitory type deal.
Yeah.
All right. I walk in and wait for the rest of the party to come in, and then shut the door behind us.
Okay.
And then I say, "What do we do now?"
We're just hoping that we didn't lock Sugarcane out.
Yeah, exactly.
Here, no, I'll come in there. I'm good.
So these are doors right here. Oh, that's not doing what I thought it would do.
Yeah, so this is a door right here, and then you saw doors going out this way and this way.
So these things above us, how do I ping?
You just hold the mouse down and it'll do it ping, yeah. Just hold your mouse down.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
There are windows right here?
Yes.
What are those? Ah, okay. Can I see anything out that window? Can I see what's going on out there?
Yeah, looking out that window, you can just see back into sort of the plain that's set between the hills that you use to approach the spire.
Okay, so nobody's watching us. Okay.
Not that you can tell, no.
I guess we're kind of high up in the tower anyway, so...
Yeah, you're on the 3rd level now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Level 3!
Nice.
I mean, I guess should we just keep exploring these rooms and see if we find anything?
I would like to find out what it is these people are doing here and why they have these giant birds.
Yeah.
Because obviously the things that we saw flying around here looked like the same birds that probably attacked those the farms out in the Desert Valley. So we got to get to the bottom of this. And with that, I'm actually going to start going through the desk over here and see if I can find any information or anything that might clue me into what these people are doing here.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Are we on the top level?
No. Well, there's a level that's up above this.
Okay.
But looking at it from the outside, it looks like that level that's at the highest point is actually, there's no, like you're on effectively the roof at that point.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to take off my hood and I'm going to lay on this bed right here.
Look at that. Can we take a long rest?
Are you cozy? Are you?
That's right.
Feeling refreshed?
Just went up all those steps. Got to take a break. That's my dragon leg.
Yeah, so one of the rooms doesn't seem to be occupied at all. The other one has a few items of clothing in the dresser, and it's got it's got a couple of things like a pen and a piece of paper that are sitting on the desk, but you search it, you can't really find anything that gives you any information.
Son of a...
Maybe we have the wrong bird people.
The goods appear to be owned by an aristocrat, though.
Okay.
Even though they're not of great value.
So someone who's a little better off. How many bird people can there be? I mean,
good question.
There's the people that hang out with birds, which are these guys, and then there are the bird people, which is Kark.
Yeah.
So how many
people who are birds?
People that are birds, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get up, but I'm gonna kind of roll to the side and rummage through this little nightstand, see if there's anything in there.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna leave this room and go check out a different room. I'm gonna check out this room.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna search the wardrobes to see if there's another white cloak that I can give to Ekron.
That's a good call.
To complete his disguise.
I'll just be all white then.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you can. You're not much going to be able to disguise that he's a dragonborn, but I mean, you can dress him up like he's at least
like he belongs.
And like I belong.
So Sugarcane finds almost the same thing: chests, beds, desks, same setup. Both of these do appear to be occupied, again, by people of somewhat better means.
Huh.
Who are these people?
There's what looks like a sheath that you put a sword in that's lying on the bed in this room over here.
Maybe it's kind of a situation where, the higher up you are, the higher up you are in non-literal terms. I don't know what I'm trying to say. The higher level you're on, the higher ranking you have, maybe. That's why these kind of look more fancy. And then, we have the bunk beds at the bottom.
Right.
So, I don't know. Maybe it's the more powerful people live up here.
Maybe.
I'm going to go check out that sword that you said was on one of the beds.
Yeah, it's not a sword. It's just a sheath where you would put the sword, through. It's just lying there on the bed right now.
I'll still look at it.
Okay. That's nothing. Doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary. Very typical of what you would see on someone walking around one of the cities around here that is of at least more than modest means.
Okay. Guess I'll leave then. And go check out this room. And with each one of the doors that I open, I do my classic whoosh. Yeah. All right, again with because I've just done that.
Should write out Red Room on the wall.
Yeah, I just write out. Okay, I'll look through this room now.
Right. So
Yes.
this room actually, it's not been drawn up correctly by the artist that did the map.
Oh
There
my
is
god.
there is a desk and a fireplace. There's a bed. This looks like much more well lived in room than any of the other rooms that are there.
Oh, you found the Trump suite.
A nice bed. There's a chest that's sitting over by the bed. Lots of clothes in the closet, and a good deal of stuff also sitting on the desk itself.
Alright. Let's rummage. I will go rummage
What are you rummaging through?
the desk first.
So, most of it's pens, papers, quills, ink jars, a few things that reflect purchases from merchants, and doesn't appear to be that interesting. But you do find a cylindrical leather case that has a very ornate cap that's screwed on top of it.
Open it!
Oh no. Oh no.
It's shiny. I need that.
All
So
right.
I just grab it and just
I
kind of
agree.
figure it out.
You know that being invisible doesn't protect you from whatever nastiness might be inside that thing.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. You're in the other room.
That's true.
You're talking about dwarf stuff and dragon stuff. Oop.
So you see a letter, and if I don't have that as a handout yet that you can read in chat, if I don't have that as a handout yet, I'll create a handout that has it as well.
Okay. We got something, boys. I take the letter and I run back in here and burst through the door.
This is terrifying. The door just bursts open.
The door just all by itself.
There's a floating thing. Feathergale spire.
Guys, some queen. She. I'm like all flustered. Here, I just hand it to you guys and have you read it.
I'm picturing Ekron and me just huddled around this leather case, breathlessly reading. What does it mean? Who are these people?
Is this Queen a bird lady?
Queen Bird Lady.
Queen Bird Lady?
That's what I'm hoping for.
Letter from Feathergale Spire, from Queen Erisi Kalanoth.
And we don't know who Maraska is either, right? I'm guessing we don't. Should we go look back in that room to see if we see anything with like this person's name on it? This Maraska? Oh wait, we haven't even. Wait, you did open it. You got the letter, so.
Yeah.
You searched everything. You searched everything in that room, right?
I only looked at the desk. And
okay.
I'll go back and search. I run back. I burst through the door.
I follow this.
Doesn't go in.
I'm gonna help her search for.
Yeah, so go ahead and make investigation checks for your search.
All right.
I'm so good at that.
Where the heck am I?
Too bad.
Yeah, so Bloki gets in there and he pretty much heads straight over to a chest that's in the corner and opens it up.
Yes.
And surely enough, there's some things that are interesting in there. 320 gold pieces. And then there is a potion of some kind and 2 scrolls. The scroll, one of the scrolls says Beast Bond, and the other scroll says Skywrite.
East Bond. These look like spell scrolls to me.
Yes, they do.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I take the potion and the scrolls, and I put them into my bag of holding.
Ooh, wait, can I have a look at the Beast Bond one? I might know something.
Yes, and then I hand it to the air and just wait for someone to take
Hold
it.
Loki, just hand it to me. No,
To
I'm
who?
not over here.
Oh, where? Here? And I
Over here.
turn around. I'm just waving it in circles now until I hit something.
I kind of like, I wait and then snatch it out of the air from his hand. Do I do a nature check or?
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
So you recognize this. You recognize what this Beast Bond spell is, and I'm gonna give you some more information. Give me just a second. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Yeah, so this this one lets you. This is a spell that lets you establish a telepathic link with one beast that you touch, as long as it's either friendly to you or you've charmed it. And it lasts for up to about 10 minutes. You have to keep your concentration going. But it lasts for up to about 10 minutes. And until the spell ends, the link remains active as long as you're in line of sight of the beast. You lose line of sight, it's not active anymore. You can send telepathic messages to it. It can telepathically communicate simple emotions back to you.
That's perfect.
And it also gets advantage on attack rolls against any creature within 5 feet that you can see.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
If you make friends, then you can communicate with it for about 10 minutes.
Perfect. I am going to turn to Bloki and say, "Can I keep this?"
Sure. I don't even know what that is.
Sure.
I know it's a spell.
Alrighty then. Sweet.
Knock yourself
I guess
out.
is that going to be in my inventory now?
Yeah, you can put that in your inventory.
Sweet. Okay. Beast.
And then the one that has Skywrite on it and the potion have just gone in the bag of holding. Is that right?
Yes. Skywrite. What is Skywrite?
Can I do an Arcana check on Skyway?
Sure. I hand that over to you so you can examine that.
Okay.
All right.
I highly suspect that might be a druid spell.
Ooh.
Yeah, unfortunately, you just can't quite make out what that one is. It seems to have something to do with creating writings or imagings of some kind, like the name suggests, but you don't really know exactly how it works or what it does.
Oh, it's sky writing.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, I'll just hand that one back to Loki.
Okay, I'll put it back in the bag.
So, are we gonna divide the gold pieces up evenly? Or...
Yeah, so that was 320 gold. So I guess we all get 100 and what would that be? 7 point something. 106
How
points.
about I take 100 and you guys each take 110? That makes it easy.
Okay. Works
Okay,
for me.
that works.
And Glory and Kark get nothing.
Served.
Yeah.
The rest of you've all been kind of searching the room. You don't find anything else of great interest in the process of that search.
Okay.
There weren't any white cloaks in those wardrobes.
No, this doesn't look like this is someone that adorns themselves in the same way as the others.
Okay.
That figures.
So I point to the letter and I say, they're talking about a prisoner with information. What we're lacking is information. Maybe we should check and see if there's a cell or someplace here that they might keep prisoners. See if we can find out.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. I guess I feel like we should try upstairs first. Or isn't that the only place we can try? The second floor doesn't have anything, right?
Well, we didn't look around on the second floor. We just kept
okay.
going.
How?
We can go up to the top. Let's go up to the top.
Let's check
Yeah.
the top. I feel like at the top, it's kind of like an Azkaban situation. Like,
Right. The important stuff is all at the top, right?
Agreed.
So we head to the top.
All right, so you make your way up to the top. And here on the pinnacle, there's this lawn that's actually sort of growing as you walk up off the top. And there are, to each of the compass points, there's kind of this stone, north, south, east, and west. There's kind of this stone pointer that directs its way off of the top of the spire, and it's really just a raw drop off of the edge if you walk up to the edge, way down into the valley below. And as you come up across the top, you see that there is a single man that's kind of wearing these robes. That's not obviously not a man there, but there's a man that's wearing these really ornate robes that have all of this imagery on it that evokes of birds and wind and clouds, and it kind of floats in the breeze. And he's kind of looking off toward the north with his hands behind him as you come to the top of the stairs.
Huh.
I'm here too. There.
Yeah.
Seems like this is a Birdman runway.
It does seem that way.
I nudge.
Landing pads.
I nudge Blokey and whisper, "Hey, look down at his name. That's the guy from the letter."
Ah, it's right there, right in the grass.
It's in the ground, yeah, just floating there inexplicably.
The chances of that.
I lean over and say, "Did you do that with the skywriting spell?"
And you can see that kind of off in the distance, you can see now there's like 3 or 4 giant birds, look probably vultures, maybe hippogriffs, that are just kind of taking circles, kind of scouting the valley, just kind of moving around at a great distance away from the tower. And whoever this is, which you don't know who it is yet, it just seems to be watching them.
Do we say anything?
How close to the edge is he?
Oh shit! I was waiting for someone to say that.
He is about, right now, 10, 15 feet away from the edge. He's not just standing there where you can walk up and
Just
yeah.
push
A little nudge.
But we also won't accidentally startle him off the edge too, so that's important.
Yeah. Is he alone? Like, there's nobody else up there?
No, there's not.
He still hasn't noticed us yet.
Not yet.
Okay,
Okay. Okay.
But you haven't moved yet since you got to the top of the stairs.
that's true. Um,
Huh. So these people clearly worship the wind and air.
yeah, there seems to be a theme here.
And I'm invisible, but people can still hear me.
Oh dear.
So blow in his ear. You're gonna go blow in his ear.
You can give him a wet willy.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of I do what I did at the end of our last campaign, which was pull out. I'm hiding in the tree, pretending to be a deity.
Do it.
I like it.
There's no trees.
There are no trees, but I am invisible.
If you do it, I'll play it up.
Yes. Oh, that's perfect because you look like one of the people.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, yeah.
I'll be all like, "Oh, the wind, it's speaking to us."
Yeah. Oh man.
What could it mean?
I really want to do this, but will it accomplish anything? Like, what's our plan for when
There's
he's...
only one way to find out. I mean, it's either that or just go up straight up and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Some wind today. I don't know.
What about this? I'll open up the conversation, and if things start to go bad, you pull the wind trick.
Okay, yeah. Is that good with Ekron?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking of something similar. So
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
And I kind of nod at Ekron, look over to the man, and it's kind of clear my throat.
All right, so he turns, and now I want you to go ahead and make a deception check. Well, no, you're using a magical disguise, so never mind. So
let me see if there's any DC.
Yeah.
So to discern that I'm disguised, a creature can use its action to inspect my appearance and must succeed on an investigation check against my spell save DC.
And what's your spell save DC?
It is 13.
All right, so he turns around and looks straight at Beloki and doesn't bat an eye, but he immediately says, "Ah, the meddlers that have been hanging around in Red Larch. I'd recognize you from anywhere. We thought you might be coming."
I drop my disguise, I drop the spell, and I say, "Well, you should have been expecting us, and I'm glad that you were. I want answers as to why your people are murdering innocent farmers out in the valley."
And he says, "You'll find no answers here, dwarf. The only thing you'll find here is a violent fall off of the tower and death." And then he holds his arms up, and he's going to try to attack you with a spell.
Okay.
show him the letter. Show the letter.
Show the letter.
Unfortunately, it looks like he's a little slow.
Yeah, it does.
Whoa, thank goodness. Does he see me?
Yes.
Or am I still invisible?
He does not see you.
Oh, nice.
He's
All
not
right.
aware that you're there.
Thank goodness. Okay.
Nice.
Can I
He
say
thinks it's just me and Ekron.
that I was moving here while they were having that conversation? Would I need to do a stealth check?
Yeah, just do a stealth check.
I-
Well, no, you don't even need to do a stealth check. You're invisible. If you want to
Okay.
position yourself there without touching him or anything, you can do that.
Yeah, I'm right here. Kind of. Actually, I'm going to say I'm right next to this pillar. This is a pillar, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. I'm right next to this pillar, so if something does happen, then I can just grab onto that and not die.
So everybody else roll initiative.
Alright.
Okie dokie.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
That's good.
Oh, but I didn't click on the girl.
Ugh.
Goodness, I didn't click on her.
No, roll the 4. We're going to put you in at 4.
That's what you get. That's what you. Oh, it's even worse.
No, I take it back. We're going to put you in at 1.
Oh, snap. I guess it doesn't really matter, but that's just insult to injury.
Yeah.
The roach beside him is gonna fight because he rolled a 2. So.
I bet you'll remember to select your token from here on out, won't you?
Hide my
Shame on your people.
For shame. Okay. So I see him preparing the spell, and I pull out full disclosure and level it right at his head. I'm gonna take a shot.
Okay.
Thundermonger.
Okay.
Hopefully we don't accidentally murder him.
All right. So that is a miss.
Dang it. It goes wide. But there's still lightning, and it still looks awesome.
Still, that it
That's all
does.
that matters. That's all that matters. And I take the shot, and then I'm going to move actually back behind this, what I'm assuming is a wall right here.
Okay. All right, and that gets us to Ekron's turn.
Okay, so you said he's preparing the spell.
Right.
Does he need like his hands or
Like something to do that, or is it like an incantation?
You're not sure what he's getting ready to do, but a lot of spells do require gestures and use of hands and things of that nature.
I think I want to like charge him and try to pin him to the ground so he can't cast.
Okay.
So.
All right. So we're gonna grapple. Yeah, you're gonna grapple with him, and you're gonna do an opposed roll using athletics or strength if you've got strength. He rolls a 16. You roll a 22. Nice. All right, so you successfully grab him and knock him to the ground where, and you've got him pinned for now. Now he can try to break that, but for now you've got him pinned.
Okay. I think that's my action, so I don't think I can do anything else. I think we just need to figure out a way to get him to give in and start talking to us. All
right. And off in the distance, you can hear this call, and you can see that one of those knights that's been circling the tower, he can see that something's going on, and he's starting to fly toward the tower. He's not here yet, but he's going to reach the tower soon. And in the meantime, he's going to try to break the grapple, which means that we're going to do another strength contest for his action. He's going to try to break the grapple, and this time he rolls. Oh, he rolls a 1. He crits. Okay, it's a critical miss. He is not able to get up.
Slaps himself.
Yeah, he's just completely unable to get up, totally pinned down to the ground.
Imagine he's on the ground, just like, get off!
Stop!
Yeah, exactly.
Stop it!
All right, it's Sugarcane's turn.
Don't stuff me in the locker again.
Where is he at?
He's pinned to the ground about right where you see him, right in front of you.
Yeah, Ekron's got him pinned down. I think you grabbed his hands too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is in place. Yes. I am going to produce flame right onto his face.
Okay, attack with advantage.
Dying. I'm gonna lean back.
That's a hit.
Yes, that is. Oh. Oof.
Go ahead and roll for your damage.
All right.
All right.
Guess
So he's
it's-
just kind of struggling to get his head one side, get it to the other side as the flame just kind of leaps down at it. Doesn't really do that much damage to him, though.
So as you cast that spell, your invisibility dropped.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
Yeah.
I just sort of appeared, this little cute gnome with white hair, like, fire!
Huzzah!
All right,
Nice.
Blokey's turn now. All right, do you want to move away now, or what do you want to do?
I'll stay where I'm at. Since he's pinned, it's fine.
Okay. All right, Blokey's
Okay.
turn.
Okay. I peek out my little dwarf head and I see that Ekron has him pinned, and I'm gonna just kind of step out right next to him
Okay.
and lower my gun and level it at his head and say, "Do you yield?" with my finger on the trigger. The next shot won't miss. And I just grin at
We
him.
hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just says, no, never.
Oh, okay then. And
Yeah.
I looked at Ekron almost apologetically,
Yes.
and I fire a shot.
You splatter on me.
Actually, I have to take a step back, or I'll get disadvantage. So I take a step back and I fire a shot.
Okay.
Thundermonger again.
Right, so that's a hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh, buddy, you're gonna regret this.
Oh my gosh.
9 points of damage.
Yeah, so it's so it hits him, but somehow you just don't manage to hit him square in the head, and it kind of grazes along. It's a little blood running down his face now, as he just continues to try and struggle to get up.
And I just begin to reload my weapon, and I'm like, see? It's going to get worse. And I just reload the weapon.
All right, Ekron's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of shake him a little bit and ask him again. Do you yield?
Yeah, and he's still, you can do that for a free action, but he's still not willing to give up at all. He's just struggling. He thinks he's going to get up and then kick your butt. Plus, he knows he has reinforcements that are coming here pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm trying to decide, like, if I want to hit him with any weapon, I'm gonna have to let go of him to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what's allowable in this situation under the grappling rules. I would think you could do an unarmed combat attack and try to do damage that way if you wanted to.
Can I still hold him down with one arm and just use a one-handed weapon? Or is that not a...
Maybe.
You're trying to hold both his arms down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can let go of one of his arms. I'll probably give him advantage when he tries to get loose
Yeah.
in a minute.
Mm.
But as far as headbutting or knee, kicking him with your knee or something, you could do an unarmed combat attack with advantage while you've got him.
Okay. Okay, I'll do that. How?
So it should be on your character sheet. There should be an option for unarmed combat attack.
Okay.
But let's see. I'm looking on it too myself.
Is there like a skill I need to...
Yeah, let's see if we can just add that to you real quick. Nope. Okay, so an unarmed attack, I believe, is just a strength check.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look that up, but I think you just do a strength check. And then the damage is... Well, that's not going to hit.
Dang it.
Yeah. That's not going to hit. Even with advantage, it's not going to hit. All right, so he's going to try to struggle again. Go ahead and do another strength check while he struggles to try to get out of the grapple. He rolls a
Oh,
6.
no.
He rolls a 16. Yeah.
No.
So he kind of tosses Ekron back. He struggles a little bit. He jumps up and kind of runs across to the center over here, kind of in an area where he's not going to be as vulnerable to getting pushed off. And he kind of looks off as these figures continue to get closer and closer. At least one of them, you only notice one of them coming right now, but it's getting closer and closer to the rooftop. And now it's Sugarcane's turn again.
All right, here we go. I am. Yeah, I'll do this again. I will do produce flame at him and see what goes down, see what happens.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. I changed my mind. I'm gonna turn into a bear. I'm feeling better right now. Right? Is there anything?
Right.
Yeah, you've
no.
got one more. I think you only get 2.
Yeah.
So you've got one more. You can turn into a bear if you want.
Ooh, but I don't know. I think
That bear gonna be able to fit down that stairwell once we beat this guy.
it's possibly not. And we're also about to have to fight birds.
Yeah.
So I changed my mind. I'm so sorry. I'm going with giant wasp again, man.
All right.
Here we go.
We're back in wasp form now.
Back in wasp form and changing into a beast because of something that I chose a long time ago does not take up an action, so I can still attack him.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to sting him
Okay.
with my stingers. Watch out.
Whoa.
What?
That's a critical hit. Oh my
yeah.
god.
Dang.
So that is going to be 3d6 poison damage doubled.
Oh my gosh. Just stab him in the back.
So roll for damage and then
I don't know how.
3d6 poison. So let's see what.
Yeah, he has to make a saving throw.
Oh yeah. Okay. Con and it's DC 11 con saving throw. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh,
He does not pass.
Yes.
So
He's
this is going to do 22 points of damage.
Oh
Nice.
my
Oh my
God.
god. Holy cow.
It's like the episode of Futurama where the stinger just goes all the way through.
Yeah, so you just stick that stinger like right into his back. You come up behind him, and he just kind of screams in agony and thrashes around, but you manage to kind of flit away. Or do you want to stay in combat range with him?
I want to stay in combat range.
Okay, and so he's just kind of flitting around trying to swat you away, but he can't do it. And now we're to Bloki's turn.
So where are you at? Which side of him are you on? Sugarcane.
Great question. I stung him in the back, so I'd assume I'd still be, behind him.
Okay.
I don't know. So like here, I guess.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna kind of quickly like spin my head around and scan the horizon. How far away are those birds that we saw headed this way?
They're probably 15, 20 seconds away. You're going to guess mechanically within the next combat round or two, one of them is going to arrive.
Okay.
And you can kind of see off in the distance that at least one other has noticed what's going on now and is starting to make its way.
Would you say that the closest one is less than or more than 150 feet away from me?
The one that's closest to getting that like to arriving,
Yeah.
it's probably about 150 feet away right now.
Okay.
Like it's within
I'm gonna
150
turn-
feet.
I'm going to turn and take a shot at it
Okay.
because 150 feet is my.
Are you
Max
shooting
range.
at the bird or at the rider?
I'm going to shoot at the bird.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. Yes. Yes.
Oh!
Yes.
Dang.
Hallelujah. Here we go.
2
Oh my gosh.
crits in a row. That's
So that's 13 plus 5. We only double the. Hold on, we only double the die roll, right? We don't double the.
Well, in this case, in this case, it's a thundermonger attack, so there's piercing and thunder damage. I'm trying to figure out how I rolled this. 3 plus 1 plus 2. Okay, so it was 2d6.
So that's 13. Papa John. Why is that?
What?
it's a
Bless up. Papa bless.
13, so that's 18. That's 18 points of damage. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's gonna. So like that vulture, just kind of the feathers fly everywhere, and you see this guy just go falling down into the valley below.
Yes.
And
And I reload the chamber, and I look back towards the guy and just give him a look and shake my head like, you don't want to do this.
all right, it's Ekron's turn.
Hmm. And we don't see any more necessarily coming.
There's
Any more
another
bird
one that
things?
spotted you, but he's probably at least 2 or 3 rounds away right now. He's a good distance.
Okay. Does it seem like this dude is like bleeding or struggling, like near the end of his health pool?
You've definitely worn him down some, but he still looks like he's got a lot of life left in him.
Okay. Well then, I'm going to, let's see, that's 5. These are 5 yards. I can get across here, I guess.
Yeah, it's 10, but you can get to him.
Okay, yeah, 30. Okay. I'm gonna bust out the old great axe. Take a swingling on him.
Swingling.
And you're attacking with advantage, so that's easily a hit.
Yeah.
Wow. We are rolling
Take that to the
fantastic.
face. And I'm gonna go ahead and use
Oh boy.
Divine Smite on that too.
Oh snap.
Okay. Another 5 points. Okay, he is pretty seriously wounded now.
all right.
Okay, I'm gonna. I don't. So I guess that's my action. Is it? I mean, do we need to let Sugarcane intimidate him, or can I still do that in my turn?
I mean, I can't talk,
You're right.
so I just be like, "Zzz."
Yeah, you can't do like a full intimidation action right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
My intimidation is just existing constantly.
Interesting. I just don't want us to kill him on accident without having another chance to like get him to give up the fight.
Yeah. Well, with all these birds coming, we might not have a choice.
That's true. Yeah, he knows he's still got friends.
Yeah, if we leave him, then he might have a minute to recover and then do some more damage to us while we try to take care of the bird people.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna yell at him at the end of my turn, like, "Don't fight back," and then we'll see what he does on. We still see what he does on his turn.
We'll see.
Right. Yeah, and so he kind of raises his hands up, and all of this icy wind just suddenly comes flying off of his hands towards Sugarcane.
Ooh, that's not going to be
And
good.
he crits.
Everyone's critting.
So
Oh,
this
no.
is 20 points of damage to the
20?
20 points of damage.
I think that
What?
takes him
I
out.
think you double. Well, maybe you just double the die roll and not the bonus number.
Oh, it looks. Oh, I see what it's doing. It's rolling twice on a crit. That's why it has the 6 plus 4. So So really, Ray of Frost is only 1d8. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so you have the regular 1d8, and then an additional
And then
1d8. So
went
it's
ahead
like-
and added that in. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just 10
So it's-
points.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, well, that only takes me
Yeah,
to 3.
Yeah, because it did
instead
the
of
same
9.
thing for mine.
And now it's Sugarcane's turn.
All right. Well, I'm pretty angry. Just got hit with some frost. So,
What are you angry about?
angrily sting him again. Just
Okay.
like,
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, you just kind of totally miss and kind of fly off and boom, hit the wall behind him and fall to the ground.
this is a night of crits, isn't it?
Yep. It's
Lord.
all 1s and 20s tonight. Okay, Blokey's turn.
Okay, so there's still another bird and rider out there on the horizon?
Yes, and he's zeroed in and heading your way.
Okay. Is he within 150 feet?
No, not yet.
Okay, I'm gonna hold off on him then, and I'm going to take another shot at the poor unfortunate soul
Okay.
up on this tower with us. Son of a gun.
Yeah.
Well, at least it wasn't a fail, a critical
Total
fail.
miss. Yeah, even with advantage, which I would give you, but even with advantage, miss. Yeah.
Son of a biscuit eater.
All right, Ekron.
Okay. Okay, I guess at this point, like, he's just gonna keep attacking, so we just need to keep trying to do work. So I'm gonna take another swing-a-ling at him.
Okay. That's a hit.
Yes. Ooh,
Oh my gosh. Okay.
like that.
Yeah, so that one just kind of goes square in the back, and now he is very, very seriously injured now. You could tell he's just kind of limping around, trying to just kind of flail at people, and he's going to turn around and again try to cast a spell at Ekron. And let's see what happens with this one. I'm guessing a 9 is a miss for Ekron.
Yeah.
Yeah, total miss, just completely ineffective now as he kind of turns back around to face Sugarcane, and it's Sugarcane's turn.
All right. It's pretty fast. Okay, well, I'm going to do the one action that I have, and I'm going to try to sting him again.
Okay.
See what happens.
You got advantage on this, and that is enough to hit.
All right. I can't roll.
All right,
for it.
so here we go. He's going to do his Constitution saving throw.
Oh, nice, you hit him.
Yep.
His Constitution saving throw fails again.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, and he just collapses
Whoa.
to the ground dead.
Yeah. What? Wait a minute.
Well, we've been trying to get him to give up, but he's
Yeah.
just not having it. So
I don't think we were going to get anything out of him anyway.
So now you look up and you can see both of these knights. They're kind of flying through the air towards you. They're going to arrive at any minute, and we're going to have to break at that point.
Okay.
So you are going to get attacked again, or you can run down into the, I guess. But you're going to get attacked again within a matter of 20 or 30 seconds.
I'm going to take another shot. I want to take another shot. If we're going to go down, I want to take a shot before we go down. What do you guys want to do?
I want to go back down.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of want to take the body with us, but I kind of want to grab him and drag him down with us so we can still search his body. But I'm good with us going down. I don't know if that's an option.
Let's do it. Grab
right.
the body
And retreat.
yeah. I'm gonna take a shot at the nearest rider, or at the bird rather.
All right.
Before
Well, I'm
we
going to
go
put
down.
some notes here. 2 riders approaching. So we'll have something next week that we can, or next time that we can, that we'll know what's going on. And Blokey plans to shoot.
I should get that tattooed on Blokey's arm. Blokey plans to shoot.
There you go.
Loki plans to shoot.
All right.
Successful night. No one died.
That was
Yep,
awesome.
no one died.
No one died. That's pretty